Scarecrow. Scarecrow. Where's the Scarecrow? Oh, Pirate Scarecrow. HHN Lite, Jurassic World VelociCoaster construction, and a little bit of Nintendo news in today's Parks Update. This is actually my first time coming into the park at opening. And it wasn't too bad, but then again, it's a Wednesday, so I've still been avoiding the parks on the weekends for the crowds. Uh-oh. I should have known that. I picked the wrong day, or I picked the wrong time because it's team members only and the houses till 10 a.m. And I was hoping to do the houses before it rained. So always do your research. Hashtag, is it too early to dance?
Let's see, hashtag. Have you done your morning stretches yet? Are you ready to dance? Oh. There you go. Okay.
Gotta get the stretches in.
I know, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh.
Almost there. Almost there.
Don't want to pull a muscle.
Oh, of course not.
Go hashtag, go hashtag.
All right.
Beautiful. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Have a great day.
So while I wait for the houses to open at 10 a.m., got myself a little hour here. I'm going to look for some scarecrows in the gift shops. Cup of coffee. Ghostly swoosh. How appropriate. So how this works is you go to all the gift shops. It's pretty simple. It's like a scavenger hunt, but they tell you exactly where to go. And they're a little scary, these scarecrows, but it's for all ages. If you don't want to do haunted houses especially, you get a stamp at each one, and at the end you get candy. And since we got an hour to kill and I like candy, let's see them all. I got 2 so far, so through the magic of editing, here are all 13 locations in 20 seconds. So I'm pretty excited. I finished all of them, and now that I'm done, I can go to one of the 2 candy stores and get my prize, which is pretty cool considering this was free. Just took a little bit of walking. Always candy corn. I would like candy corn. Yes, thank you. Candy corn, always candy corn. Always choose candy corn. It is the Halloweeniest of the candy, and it is not gross. Don't listen to people that tell you it's gross. They're wrong.
Don't smile.
Okay, let's try this again. It is now exactly 10 a.m. Pretty good makeshift covered queue they got going on here. Of course, we're not going through it, but we do have super fans. Ooh, hand sanitizer. Okay, that was pretty awesome. Like, once I got up to the door and the smell of the haunted house Halloween Horror Night smell started hitting me, and then the burning smell for the first scene with because I did the bride first. That was really cool. I'm gonna head to the next one, but I was really impressed with the way they have the vinyl or the plastic or the plexiglass between you and all the scare actors, but it's done in such a way that, like, they hide it behind bars, they hide it behind ropes, they hide it on window frames. one of the scare actors actually using the plexi or the plastic to their advantage and kind of banging on it, which was cool. But it is really nice to be able to do something Halloween Horror Nights. And you know, technically free, because normally I'd have to pay for that. Revenge of the Tooth Fairy, 10 minutes. Nice. Wasn't too bad. Waiting for the first house was only about 10 minutes, so gonna get both houses done in first half hour since they opened. I might go through and do them again. Some more covered queue and fans as the train goes by. Okay, that house was really, really good. The Tooth Fairy was definitely my favorite, and they better bring that back next year so everyone can see it, because that was really, really well done. I really like the Tooth Fairy characters. I really like the way it was done. I like the Scary Tales-esque storytelling element to it, and the creepy images of them, even though they're behind the plexi, it still really creeped me out. Like I'm gonna have visions of them just like swooping back and forth. And there was one time, because they can't put their hands out in front of you, they actually did an air blast. Other times they did a breaking glass sound, so like that looks like they're breaking through the plexiglass. It was really, really well done. Now it says it's a 20-minute wait. Plus another thing, I'm going through by myself, so as a single person going through, and they have the floor markings to kind of get you situated to keeping 6 feet apart, but then the people that normally are hurrying you along and trying to make sure that you keep up with the party in front of you is actually stopping every once in a while, stopping you with their flashlights and saying, hold on, don't get too close to the party in front of you, which makes it easier to catch every scare. There was one where the person had like a puppet of a Tooth Fairy on them and it was attacking them. It was so good. There are actually rumors for 2 more or more haunted houses to open up, and I think those rumors died down when the 2 that did open, and then they came back because someone saw some more of those portal entries backstage, and it was like, well, we got these portals getting ready, so clearly they're going to open more houses. But unfortunately, no, they're just making better signs for the U-Rest areas, as you can see here, and the other places around the park. Ended up getting everyone's hopes up for nothing, but that's okay, because we'll have lots more houses at Halloween Horror Nights next year when it actually happens. I'm happy we got a small taste at least this time.
Thanks.
Now, on the way to the park today, there was some news breaking from Japan that Super Nintendo World is going to open in spring 2021, originally scheduled for the summer, this past summer. Now they've rescheduled it for spring, but they also announced that in the meantime, in about 10 days or so, they're opening up a Mario store and a Mario cafe inside of Universal Studios Japan. That's just to tide people over, but they're going to convert their Schwab's Pharmacy and dark room into the cafe and the store. And yes, we do have our own Schwab's Pharmacy and dark room here in Universal Studios Florida. Now, unlike the concept art from Japan, you'll notice that we have the studio styles in between our 2 facades here. And while they're using this one for photos and they're not really opening the ice cream except on busy days, this is the annual pass holder lounge here in the middle. If I were gonna have to choose between the annual pass holder lounge and a gift shop for Super Nintendo World and Mario merchandise, I'd probably pick Mario. So if you want to open a cafe serving really cute Super Mario food and a gift shop selling really cute Mario stuff, I am not opposed, Universal. I have said that I don't mind if the City Walk store were to have like a big section for Nintendo stuff to tide us over till we get Super Nintendo World, because it could be a while. But man, having a store inside the park would be even cooler. Of course, there's still absolutely no telling when we'll be getting our Super Nintendo World here in Orlando, with Epic Universe delayed or paused for the time being. And there are rumors maybe Kid Zone could get Super Nintendo World if Epic Universe is going to be delayed too long. But without construction started like it has in Hollywood, there's just no telling when we'll get it. So, you know, now would be a good time to open a store here. Another Halloween thing that started when the haunted houses opened was the Skeleton Bar, which was only open on the weekends originally, but now it's open on weekdays. So I'm going to check it out. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
have like a little haunted house here without scare actors. Oh, there's a bar in the haunted house. How you doing there? That was really cool. There's like a little haunted house in there, and I didn't get any food, but they got the s'mores fries. I think they have the pizza fries over at Louie's. So, and then lots of alcohol and the candy corn frozen drink. So you can really get your Halloween Horror Nights on during the day. And, you know, without the extra charge, especially if you're an annual pass holder. Well, now that I checked out all the Halloween stuff and I got my free candy from the Scarecrow stock, I am going to head over to the other park to check in on Jurassic World VelociCoaster construction. Yes, that is the official name now, so I'll be saying that. Jurassic World VelociCoaster. Well, here I am behind Mythos to check in on Jurassic World VelociCoaster. Jurassic World. I can see that our Osprey friend is up there at the top of the top hat, just hanging out. I'm hoping that the bird living up there doesn't cause any problems long term. Probably when they start testing, maybe she'll fly away, but she does like sitting up there and scoping out fish. From out here, we can get a really good look at the front part of the queue that they're building now. This is the exterior queue and the entrance to the attraction. You can see the steel structure taking shape. The interior queue is already enclosed. We saw in the concept rendering video that there would be fire on either side of the entrance, which is what they're working on right here. In addition to the exterior queue section here, they're also going to add an extended queue, which might be what this awning is right here. The extended queue is going to come out down in front of the waterfront. So that area won't be entirely covered, but that's just extended if they need to extend the queue out beyond the inside queue and the exterior queue. But there is not much outside queue as opposed to something like River Adventure, which is all outside. It does go into some interior queue sections. And we don't know what those will be, but there's been rumors of Dr. Wu's lab, which Dr. Henry Wu has been confirmed to be a part of the attraction in some way. So Owen will talk to us, probably in front of the Raptor stables. Row, row, row. This is the weirdest little boat thing. I found it really interesting that the concept video that they showed us for the VelociCoaster didn't show this last part. It shows the top hat, shows going down the top hat, and it just cuts right here, eliminating or not showing us what happens that second part before coming back. It shows the Heartline roll in front of, but not the part over by the three broomsticks. Now, you might have remembered in my first vlog where I talked hypothetically about there maybe being some Raptor statues somewhere in front of the plaza in the waterfront area. And then in this video, as someone pointed out on Twitter, you can zoom in and there does appear to be Raptor statues in the plaza on the either side of the pathway. So maybe I'll speak something else into existence. What if there's something in the middle of the 540 helix going around near the lagoon and the three broomsticks? What if there's maybe another dinosaur? Whether it's a mosasaur jumping out of the lagoon, which was an old rumor from a long time ago before they even started building the coaster. What if it's an Indominus Rex? What if it's a T-Rex? I don't know. I just would like to see something, and I wonder if they're holding off, or maybe they just didn't finish rendering the video and they didn't feel it was necessary to show. But if you look at the helix, a lot of it is facing inward, like it's facing toward the center, so you're circling around something. There's even a little piece of foundation that if you look at the aerial photos from BioReconstruct, you can kind of see maybe that little foundation could be something. I don't know. I said that there might be Raptor statues because of foundations over by the pathway, so maybe there's a dinosaur because there's a foundation. Let's put it out into the universe, and maybe it'll come true. Welcome to Jurassic Park, home of Jurassic World VelociCoaster. It does look like that some nets have been installed beneath and beside the coaster when it goes over guest areas. Over here, going over the bypass, and then also underneath the top hat. Some people think because the nets are going up so soon, they could be testing the coaster as early as next month, November, since they did a pull-through, or they're just about finished with their pull-through. I don't know if they're quite ready for that just yet, but it is neat to see the nets actually blend in pretty well. You have to really be looking for them. They're not some bright color or anything. Now, work is continuing on the lockers for Forbidden Journey, which facing Jurassic Park, it's probably gonna have some kind of dinosaur paddock walls like they have at the Raptor coaster. But on the other side, facing Forbidden Journey, looks like lots of rock workers going in. Two different views, depending on which side you're looking at it from. You will see the rock work poking out on the sides, kind of blending away, I guess, what's going to be a paddock fence. That way when you're entering Jurassic Park, maybe some of your view of that castle will be blocked. Plus, it looks like they might put trees or some kind of foliage on top of the lockers, which would really help block the view of that castle. So fingers crossed. Now, just yesterday it was announced that the movie Jurassic World Dominion has been delayed a year to June 2022. With the coaster set to open the summer of 2021, it was supposed to coincide with the opening of the new film. Now, the ride probably won't have anything to tie into the film, but it was supposed to be a marketing push for both the ride and the film. Let's just hope that the ride itself isn't pushed back. My first real good look at these Raptor paddock walls. There are two areas in particular that have bars and that are open, so you can actually see into the paddock. These viewing areas are strategically located like right next to both of the launches. This one here is across from the Raptor encounter. You can see the pavement crosses right into there. And then there's the second launch goes straight out there, all the way out over to the lagoon. So you'll be able to see through these bars here the coaster launch. But there's also another viewing area down across from the river adventure where you can see the first launch. This is crazy. Completely changing this area once again. And even though these paddock walls are here, which really gives it a feeling of like a big dinosaur enclosure, you can still see so much coming out from above it. And then right here, where this opening is, it's going to be a waterfall effect going right underneath the track. And what's great is that because this viewing area is here, I hope you can hear me, we'll be able to see the waterfall through this opening in the paddock fencing. Oh, there's the coaster train. They're pulling it through right here. I was afraid I'd miss it. I see you. I see you. So these guys are towing two of the coaster cars, a mini train, if you will, all the way through the course backwards. And it's taken a couple weeks, I think, but they are testing the envelope to make sure that nothing is within arm's reach or will knock your block off when the coaster passes through. If you look at the very tippy top here, there's actually some dinosaur eggs just hiding, and it looks like some have broken open. So Malcolm was right. Life found a way. And since you're going upside down right there, once I go, I'm gonna reach my arm out and try to grab those eggs. My glasses, my glasses. I can afford to buy new glasses. Oh, look it. Oh my God. Here's the front half, and the plastic has been removed. Now they showed us the concept art, so it's not like we're not seeing something we didn't see already, but we are, because there's an InGen logo. It's right there. Oh, I'm pretty excited. That is a nice looking coaster train. Definitely not a motorbike coaster. It's definitely not Owen's motorbike coaster. And with this pull through, you can see this form here that they've got with the rope is the envelope test. And it's simulating the reach envelope for people's arms and heads. Make sure none of the rock work, none of the theming, none of the walls, none of the raptors, the 4 raptors that we know are in there, are gonna hit people if they were to put their arms out, or to keep me from stealing one of these eggs. Oh, come on. Just let me grab one of the empty shells. I heart you, VelociCoaster. I heart you too. Well, I am very, very excited about the coaster now. I mean, I was already pretty excited, but for some reason seeing that coaster train for the first time and seeing the InGen logo and seeing the Raptor eggs, it's got me all hyped up. Of course, all I have to do now is wait till the summer of next year until it's actually open. One thing that is worth talking about though is that the Jurassic Park River Adventure is not planned to be rethemed to Jurassic World. At least not when this coaster opens, because they actually talked about it in the press release saying that the Jurassic Park River Adventure is also available. But as far as the land itself, Jurassic Park seems to be staying Jurassic Park, which is something we've talked about on the channel before. There might have only been enough budget to retheme this ride or to build the new coaster, and we see what they've chosen. So we kind of get the best of both worlds, or at least the best of the park and the world. I'm sorry. Soon we'll be able to experience the Jurassic World VelociCoaster here at Jurassic Park Kong, Skull Island, whatever. You get the idea. That's gonna do it for this parks update video. But check out the last video on the channel for more information about the Jurassic World VelociCoaster and the official announcement and all the fun stats. And be sure to like and subscribe if you like videos like this. Bye guys.